Hello students, I am Dr. B.K. Singh, Professor of Civil Engineering at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering, Ghaziabad. So, today I will be delivering lecture of Unit 5, lecture number 6, and topics will be ferrocement. So, ferrocement is also a very versatile modern material, and it is having lots of applications. So, how to produce the ferrocement, what are their applications, what are the constituents required. So, all these things will be discussed in this particular lecture. So, first we see what is ferrocement. So, ferrocement is nothing but a composite structural material comprising thin section consisting of closely spaced wire meshes which are impregnated with rich cement mortar matrix. So, this is very important, and here name is ferrocement. So, ferrocement name is there, but here we are not using only cement, but mortar is used, and in that mortar steel wire mesh are induced, okay, and that is going to give a very watertight structure, because cracking will be very small, and their ductility is also very high. So, there was a defects of plain concrete. What is the major defects? One is brittleness, because concrete is very brittle in nature. They have very low tensile strength, and another drawbacks you can say, that is dead load. They have more dead load. Okay. So, all these three things will be addressed in ferrocement. All this ferrocement, okay, because section is very slender in nature, very thin section you can use that. So, so dead load will be overcome by that, and their improved tensile strength you can get due to the equally spaced with very a small distance spacing, because we are spaced very closely spaced wire mesh is going to give you very good ductile properties. Okay. So, elongation will be more before failure, it is go large deformation. So, brittle properties also, whatever the negativity of brittleness is there, that can be overcome. So, if you test this plain concrete, so how it is going to behave? If you draw the stress strain curve or load deflection curve, so plain concrete is going to crack like this. If you are using the ferrocement, this is going to give you, this is the deformation and this is your load. So, if you consider load versus deformation curvature, what you are finding here, this portion is having lots of ductility, even improved strength is also more, and at the same time you are getting the more energy dissipation before failure with multiple cracking. So, lots of crack will develop before ultimate failure. Okay. So, that is the advantage. So, here you can see some water tank. Actually, earlier boat has been constructed with the help of ferrocement. Okay. And nowadays also we are able to produce the boat at very cheap rate. Water tank can be made with different shape and size, with aesthetic look, different shape you can produce very beautiful water tank you can made with the help of ferrocement material. Similarly, you can produce some beautiful houses with the help of ferrocement, because section is very thin, okay, and even you can use for the shelter house. You can make a shelter house, temporary structure that you can construct, and you can take to the cast, and you can take to the different places, you can assemble and you use in emergency period, okay, disaster condition. So, this type of shelter house can be prepared with the help of ferrocement. So, what are the other application of ferrocement? I have already spoken that you can make the boat with the help of this. Even China is producing lots of boat, and that is much more cheaper, even I think 300% cheaper than the conventional boat. Okay. So, you can use as a planks of shelves. So, for low costing housing project, you can use shelves of housing. Sorry, you can use this shelf for planks. Even you can use the doors. You can make the window frame, okay, door frame, window frame. Even you can make the shutter with the help of that, because this is the material which is water resistance, you can say. So, that is going to last also more. You can use boxes for the water and electrical meter. You can make a sewerage manholes, you can make with the help of ferrocement. You have to take the ferrocement, plaster it of the chicken mesh or some other type of different types of mesh are coming. Then you have ferrocement components used in rural areas for low cost housing shelter houses, that I have already discussed. Ferrocement are used in some residential industrial building also. You can make the flower pot with the help of that. Okay. You can use a carved benches in the parks. So, so many things, architectural features you can use. Not only that, even for the plastering purpose, suppose you are staying in coastal area where rainfall is very heavy. So, during the plastering, just you have to take the mesh, attach with the walls by nail, and that type of mesh you have to take. You are supposed to take the galvanized, because rainy season means lots of rain is there. So, there may be certain chances of corrosion. So, you take the galvanized mesh, put certain nail in that should also be a galvanized, and then plaster with rich mortar. So, there will be no shrinkage and there will be no cracks in that. So, due to that, what will happen? Water will not percolate inside the house. So, what we are observing in housing problem in coastal area, painting is the big problem. Once water will percolate inside the house, complete interiors will get disturbed, and you have to do again painting. But if your wall is made with the this ferrocement, application of ferrocement, there also you can do. Not only that, suppose you are staying in some area where wall's thickness is not important, wall thickness is not important. So, in that case you can use the ferrocement element, because ferrocement element very thin section is required, about 1.5 centimeter to 3 centimeter thickness is enough for that. Okay. So, that you can use and you can save a lots of important space using the ferrocement. And if I will take you one example of RML hospital, Ram Manohar Lohia hospital in Delhi. So, for emergency ward they have constructed a steel structure. So, walling system what they have done, they have taken the high density thermocol, and here they have put the mesh, here they have put the mesh, Okay, this pen is getting bright. So, both the faces they have put the mesh, and in this mesh they have done the graniting shotcreting from both the side. They have tightened this from both the side, and they have constructed the wall very fast. So, what this thing is going? This is going to give the insulation. So, insulation is provided by this thermocol, high density thermocol, high density thermocol. Okay. And outer surface, this is a very much ductile. They have tested also under the impact loading. So, it is not going to break also. So, this type of wall has been used. So, their dead load is also very less. So, they have designed this building 6-story building. Their space is also you are getting more space, and inside this thermocol you can run the conduit also. You can run the conduit for electrical wiring. Okay. So, this is going to give you the very nice use of ferro cement. Okay. So, this type of construction is important. Another thing, what are the different types of meshes we are using? So, different types of mesh you can see in plan here. This is nothing but interwoven meshes. So, this is that is called western mesh. So, here what they have to do? They have woven. So, if you see here, this is the cross section we are observing here, cross section of the this square woven wire mesh. Another is a square welded wire mesh. So, each and every joint has been welded, machine welded. Okay. Automatically this part has been welded, and this comes in roll. This both the material used to come in rolls. So, generally wire mesh is usually used in ferro cement is ranging, their diameter is ranging between 0.5 mm to 1 mm, and their aperture, this gap sorry is 5 mm to 10 mm. Their gap is 5 mm to 10 mm. This aperture is about 5 mm to 10 mm. Okay. And another type of mesh is hexagonal wire mesh. This is also called chicken mesh. This is also called chicken mesh. This is also called chicken mesh. So, this can be used. And another is expanded metal lathe. So, what you have to do? You have to cut the metal sheet, thin metal sheet by shear cutting, and then you have to expand. So, after expanding you will get the diamond type of shape. So, this can also be used as a ferro cement mesh. So, in this ferro cement mesh, this mesh may be of 1 layer, 2 layer or 3 layer, depends on the requirement. So, this requirement of strength and thickness, okay, and that depends on the span also. So, this type of generally these 4 types of steel is required here. Okay. If you see the photographs I have taken here, in these photographs what you are observing here, this is chicken mesh, or this is chicken mesh, or this is diamond in shape, this is western mesh, or this is interwoven mesh. Sorry. Sorry. Then we have this is a expanded metal mesh, and this is a welded mesh. So, this comes in different diameter. So, depends on the requirement, you can select the mesh. Okay. So, if you see the mortar mixture generally has a sand cement ratio of 1.5 to 2.5. So, one part is your cement, other part is sand, and sand is 1.5 to 2.5 times. And water cement ratio, because that influence the permeability that is 0.35 to 0.45 range, and reinforcement, if you consider how much is the percentage of mesh, so generally it reaches ranges 5% to 6% of the ferrocement volume. So, this is a costly actually, if you consider this reinforcement, this ferrocement work is costly, but if you consider the whole cross section, so cross section is very small, thin section is there. So, due to the thin section material requirement is less, so this can be used. Okay. Apart from that, other things like fibers also you can incorporate in this, means fiber reinforced concrete along with ferrocement, both can be combined. So, you have a composite of fiber, you have composite of mesh, you have composite of mortar. So, all three things can be done, and with the help of these three you can achieve the better result. Okay. And similarly, another thing, you can use the modifying mortar properties, like you can use the shrinkage, non-shrinkage compound you can use the superplasticizer you can use if you want to reduce the water cement ratio, and even you can use the mineral admixtures like fly ash, metakaolin and silica fume. So, that depends on the types of work where you want to imply this ferrocement work. So, this is important here, and so ferrocement are usually of the order of 1.5 centimeter to 3 centimeter thick with 2 to 3 mm external cover to the reinforcement. So, this is also important, you can see the section is very slender. Even you want to produce the water tank, silos, so their dead load is very less. So, even you can do the pre-casting and carry to the site, assemble there. Okay. So, even ferrocement work, if you see, they have developed the tiles also, roofing tiles, by doing the micro concreting. So, they used to take the ferrocement, and there they have developed the machine, and they used to cast the tiles. So, that can be used as a cheaply available material, because dead load is very less. Okay. And you will be surprised that their cover is very small, 2 to 3 mm. Okay. Their thickness is how much? 2 to 3 mm. So, due to this small thickness, you may think that there will be a problem of corrosion. Okay. That is true, but since the mortar is very rich, mortar is 1.5 to around 2.5 cement and fine aggregate ratio. So, we having lots of cement inside the concrete. So, you will have better we have better alkalinity, because this is having a pH of more than 13. So, if pH is more than 13, so certainly we are getting a passive condition. So, in passive condition there will be chances of corrosion will be not there, and if it is there, then in that case what you can do, you can use the galvanized mesh. You can use the galvanized mesh. So, galvanized mesh, and after not only that, after the construction, suppose I have constructed a water tank, you can go for painting. So, the surface can be painted. So, once you have painted the surface with the help of any type of polymer, then water will not go inside the ferrocement element. Okay. So, that way you can protect the reinforcement, even your cover is very less, about 2 to 3 mm. So, like this we have to consider different types. So, suppose you want to do the analysis, how to do the analysis. So, for analyzing IS 456 2000 has not given so far any codal provision for that, but lots of literature is available. Yeah, so suppose we want to analyze this ferrocement structure. So, clear cut guidelines has not been given in the IS code. Okay. So, because we have IS 456 2000 for plain and reinforced concrete structure. So, ferrocement has not been included in this part, but lots of literature is available to analyze the composite structure. So, based on that composite structure, we can use the modular ratio method and go for the calculation of this system. So, suppose you want to find out the equivalent section like this. Say we have a member here. Okay. Let us say we have a member here and we have put the reinforcement at this layer and this layer. This is nothing but So, here we have the mesh. Okay. So, this two layer is having certain mesh. So, you can make the cross section with the help of this equivalent section, just like a finished beam with the help of modular ratio. So, what we can do? You can take this steel here. See, this is the, if you see the cross section here, this was the longitudinal section. If you see the cross section, you can make the equivalent section here. Okay. So, say this is your steel and equivalent this cross section you can make either you can make the equivalent concrete or equivalent steel. So, let us say I am making the equivalent concrete here. Okay. Equivalent concrete you have increased by multiplying with the modular ratio. Okay. So, we have multiplied with the modular ratio of this portion and similarly this portion I have kept constant and then we have increased this part. Okay. So, like this we can convert by multiplying with the modular ratio. Okay. And with the help of that you can find the moment of inertia of this equivalent section. So, suppose you want to find out flexural strength, how much it is able to take the flexural strength. So, what is the formula for flexural strength? We have m by I equals f by y equals E by r. So, moment of inertia we have calculated by modular ratio method by making them equivalent multiplying by the modular ratio. Suppose steel is there, then we have multiplied by the modular ratio. What is the modular ratio? This is nothing but modulus of elasticity of higher material steel divided by modulus of elasticity of concrete. Okay. So, we have calculated the modular ratio. So, with the help of modular ratio we have converted this into equivalent cross section. Okay. So, for that equivalent cross section we can calculate the moment of inertia. Okay. So, we have calculated the moment of inertia. So, once we got the moment of inertia, we have applied the formula m by I equals f by y equals E by r. Just take this two part. Okay. So, what we are getting? Suppose I want to get the flexural how much stress it is going to take. So, this is nothing but f equal to m into I by y. So, we can get the value of f, how much it is going to take the value. So, whatever the bending moment of resistance is there, we know the z value, equivalent z value. With the help of this we can find the flexural strength of the concrete. We can find the flexural strength of the concrete. So, formula can be developed, this type of formula can be developed and already lots of system is given in the literature. So, with the help of the literature you can design any member like beam, column, slab, foundations. So, everything can be done with the help of this ferrocement. And if you see here one example has been taken here. this is a very light, ductile, crack free and corrosion resistance. So, they have casted one beam like this, very slender beam of length say almost 3 meter and thin section, say thin section this is around 30 mm, and it has been just put like this and it is giving a lots of deflection, deformability. So, what we are observing here, so this is having very good ductile property. Okay. Self weight is also less, we have less self weight. So, if weight is light, this is having a less value, less ductile is there, and this is give you the crack free surface. Corrosion resistance is also high because you are using the less water cement ratio, as well as we have rich mortar. So, it is not going to corrode your mesh. So, ferro cement element is very important and you can use for any construction work, particularly where we need a water resistance is required. Okay. So, this way we can use this. Okay. So, thank you.